Good morning all of you. Welcome to class 8. Everyone, we are back for yet another year and another fantastic historical voyage. Everyone knowing very well that what is meant by the voyage? Voyage is mean traveling by ship. So let's start our journey. Let's begin. So our first lesson, when, where and how. So what is meant by the when, where and how? In our country, especially in India, there were a lot of foreign rulers came in India and situated their rule. So in ancient time, everyone knowing very well about the ancient period, and that medieval period is related with that the Muslim or the Mughal period, and that the modern period it means that related with the Britishers. So when, where and how in this you already studied in 7th standard medieval period, that the first lesson also related the when, where, how, but that related with the Mughal period, when that Mughal were coming in India, how they situated their rule. But in 8th standard, the first lesson when, where and how, that related with the modern period. So when, it means when that Britishers came in India, where, which place, okay, particular which place, and how it means that how they rule over there in India. So in that lesson we studying about when, where and how. So the first passage, everyone see what is the first passage written about? It means that the transition to the modern period. What is meant by the transition? Transition means it's that changing the period, because ancient time, then next one is medieval, that related with the Muslim or the Mughal, and then after that that the period of the Britishers is related with the modern period. So transition, it means that period of changing. Understood everyone? All students understood very well? So the transition to the modern period. So now we discuss about the transition to the modern period. In class 7 we already studied about the Mughal period. So there are so many subcontinent until the 18th century. In 18th century there not only India but other subcontinent also. So that the Mughal already ruled over there on the other subcontinent. So we studied the rise of the Mughal Empire as the paramount force in India. Everyone knowing very well the medieval period, it's related with the Muslim period or the Mughal period. So in 18th century that it is a paramount, it means the supremacy. Paramount, it means the supremacy, it means that the Mughal that rule over the India. So there were a huge power established in India. So the decline of the vast empire. After that, in end of the 18th century, the Mughal Empire, it was very big empire. It's a very vast empire. But after that, till 18th century, that vast empire, that is the ending of this Mughal Empire. So decline of this vast empire in the 18th century created a vacuum. Vacuum, it means the empty. So that Mughal period started in India 1526. See, the Mughal period started in India 1526 to 1857. So Mughal came in India 1526 and at the end of the rule 1857. So the decline, this is the decline. It means the ending of that the Mughal period. There were a lot of foreign rulers came in India as the central authority broke down. So the central authority, the empire of administrative machinery was taken over by these new ruling groups. The 18th century unshared in a host political development. There were a lot of changes when that the decline of the Mughal Empire and started that the British Empire. Britishers came in India in Britishers came in India in 18th century, so started the entry of the Britishers. So the 18th century unshered a host of the political development which had significant consequences. So in 18th century there were a lot of development happened, and the different type of the significant consequences also happened in India. So the advent of the British in India first has a traders. Okay, when Britishers came in India, only there is a motive to trading with that the Indians. सिर्फ इतना ही motive था, only the motive of that the trading with the Indians. That is the advantage, only that taking the advantage. Then after or the later, as the political rulers of the land, they came in India only for the trading purpose, but after that they situated their rule all over the India, brought about a new era in Indian history. This is the journey begins with the Britishers. That is a new era. It means that the modern period started in India. British, the rule introduced sweeping changes. Okay, when that Britishers came in India, there were a lot of changes happened in India. It means the political, economic and social spheres. So a lot of changes happened made by the Britishers. The effect of these developments were to a large extent. So such a type of the development, such a type of the changes, that effect is really very different, and it's very extent means that all over India, that spread the development, and a lot of changes happened in that India, responsible for a rise of nationalism. Not only that the development and changes in India, but the new word like nationalism, imperialism, colonialism, such a type of the word introduced in India throughout the country. Thus began the countdown to the end of the British Raj and the dawn of a new India. I already told you the nationalism, first of all that imperialism, colonialism, such a type of the word introduced by the Britishers, but the word of the nationalism, the end of the British Raj. So this word, it is very essential. So in this all over the 8th standard history, how that the end of the British Raj, okay, how they came in a first chapter, how they came in India, how they situated their rule, and how they end their rule. We studied about all these things in the 8th standard. So the British, however, were not the first foreign. Britishers, it means not the first foreigner. Mughal also, it's also the Mughal, it means that also the foreigners. So not only the Britishers, but also the different type of the foreigners came in India and situated their rule. So the Britishers, however, were not the first foreign visitor to India towards the turn of the 15th century. So we are already told, I already told you that giving the information of the 1526, it means that the period of the Mughal period. So towards the turn of the 15th century, traders from the Portuguese, not only the Mughal but the other Britishers, Portugal, Spanish, France, Holland, they came in India only for the trading purpose. They were lured by the riches and immense wealth of the spice trade. They came in India and started the trading with India, because India is a very prosperous and very wealthy country. There were in that time there were a lot of spices available. Our country is rich especially for the spices. The setting up for a trading factories in India. So they came in India, they started their factory, because they came in India only because of the trading purpose. So they came and situated their factories. They established their factories in India by the Britishers, the French and the Dutch in the 16th century. Then after that, the French and the Dutch came in India in 16th century, led to the flourishing their trade. After that, Britishers came in India, Spain came in India, then in 16th century French and Dutch came in India. Also there is only the same thing, it is that the purpose of the trading. The Mughal treasury was enriched by the high demand in Europe for Indian paper, textile, handicrafts, and wealth of this trade lead to a strong rivalry among various European nations. There were a lot of foreign rulers, traders, not the rulers. There were a lot of foreign traders came in India for the trading purpose. So they started because in India there were a lot of India is a prosperous and wealthy country. So they started rivalry among with each other, because that everyone wants to that the money, everyone wants the money कि सबको money चाहिए था. They only came in India because of only then increasing the money and the trading purpose. So they started the fighting with each other. It means they were enemies with each other, because everyone wants increasing the money or the सिर्फ that each and everyone that यहाँ पे सिर्फ that making a lot of money. सब सारे लोग ट्रेडिंग करके मनी कमाने के लिए ही यहाँ पे आ रहे थे. So who engage in a series of conflicts and they started the conflicts with each other. एक दूसरे के साथ conflicts करने में they are started the conflicts with each other. Finally, only that the British prevailed. There were a lot of foreign rulers came in India. The British, French, I already told you that the Spanish, they were started the conflict with each other. But at last, only that the British survived in India, and not only that the 150 years, okay, that everyone that telling ki that the 150 years we were the slave of the Britishers, but not only the 150 years but more than that, because they entered in India only for the trading purpose in the 15th century. They came in India 16th century. So more than that, after they established their political rule, so that political rule it is a 150 years. So only that the Britishers staying in India, others were that ready to pack the bag and went away. So gradually, that stated by Sir Joseph Child, the chairman of the Court of Directors of English East India Company. The company felt the need to grow from a quiet trade to lay the foundation of a large. So the Sir Joseph Child, he was the chairman of East India Company. He was trying to lay the foundation of a large, well-grounded, sure English dominion. Dominant, it's meant that dominate the country. For all time come, the British believed that seizing the political power from the Indian rulers would give them unmatched access to the wealth and resource of India. They came in India that collecting all type of the resources, because they aware about the Indian wealth. That the Britishers that aware about the Indian wealth. So the story of how they became the political master. So one by one, how they captured each and every place, how they captured it. So the story how they became the political masters of our country, and the rousing call for the end of the British rule will form the focus of our study this year. So in this passage we learn about how that came in India, only that the trading purpose, and they situated their rule, and that how they mastered all over the how they mastered that the in a politics or the political how they started the politics in India. So we studied in this chapter. So next one is the new rulers and new era. See these new rulers, it means that the Britishers, and the new era, because that the Britishers started or the mastered the degree, or that the caught that the everything that the different type of the changes. It means that the new era. So we begin our journey from the first half of the 18th century. So first half of the 18th century, when the European trading companies began to gain a political foothold in India. We will examine events that occurred over the next 2.5 centuries. So we always examine how they ruled over the next and a half century. That the whole century, it means that the half century, it means that how they rule over there. It means the 150 years rule over there. How we studied about in this chapter. We will also get a glimpse into the impact of the British rule in administrative, political, economic, educational and cultural sphere. We will come across idea. So the different type of ideas also we got it from the Britishers. Revolution and people who had a tremendous bearing on our nation and the national movement. So in this chapter we studied about the different type of the national movement also. In our exploration of British rule, we will come across the new terms and word reflecting the political changes in the country. So in this passage we studied about the how that the political changes happened, how that converted each and everything. So see, India was referred to as a jewel of the British crown. Everyone knowing very well that the India was a referred, it means the in the crown of the Britishers there is a jewel, and that jewel is related with the India. So and was the most coveted part of the British Empire. So it means that the for the point of view of the Britishers, if we see the point of view of the Britishers, that the in the crown of the jewel of the British crown, the India, especially India is the jewel of the British crown, establish its rule over other countries. Imperialism. See, what is meant by the imperialism? Imperialism, it means one country rule over the other country. Imperialism, it means the one country rule over the country. So the Britishers imperialize India. Britishers its rule over the India. So that is called imperialism. Imperialism, a system. What is meant by a system where a country establish rule over the other country. It means that the Britishers rule over there. It means rule over on India. Became widespread across the world. Many European countries such as Britain, France, Germany, Portugal and the Netherlands established colony in many parts of the Asia and Africa. So there are the two continents, the Asia and that the Africa. So that the Britishers, not many foreign rulers, okay, just like France, Germany, Britain. So all they were came that the different type, all they were going in the different type of the continents and established there the rule, especially Asia and the African continent. So area or countries controlled by the Britishers were called the crown colonies. Those area that captured by the Britishers or the Asia or the African continent. So those area captured by the Britishers, that they situated the colony. उन्होंने एक अपनी colony establish की. They situated the colony, that is called the crown colonies. उसको बोला जाता है that is called the crown colonies. That particular area captured by the Britishers and that established their colony. So that is called the crown colonies. So also that crown colony, it means the mother country. Mother country is mean the or ruling country. Mother country, it means the ruling country. It means that the Britishers capture the colony. It means that the ruling over there. So that is called the mother country. Often impose policies which lead to its gain the cost of the colony. British rule unified various parts of the country into one unit India. Apart from the areas ruled by the British, there are also existed many princely states. When that the Britishers came in India and situated their rule, so they were trying to that rule all over the India. So they established the princely state. It means that the those princely state which were ruled by the native royal. It means that the native royal that accepted the rule of the Britishers. It means that royal family that accepted the rule of the Britishers. So that royal family that placed under control of the especially for that the royal family, but all over that rule over the only the Britishers. So over the course of time they had to accept the supremacy of the Britishers. So I already told you that princely states specially accepted the rule of the Britishers. They accepted the rule of the Britishers. Although they continued to function as an independent state, the term British Raj. So they started, there is a term of the British Raj came to signify the control the territories. The British Raj, it means by the control the territories. All territories under control of the Britishers. Only that the princely state under control of that the particular royal family. But all over look over their territories only the Britishers. presidencies were established. They were not all over that India, not imperialized, not only that set up their colony, but that also that established their British Raj, but they also established the presidencies. Which presidencies? See, the name of that presidencies: Madras, Bombay and Bengal. It means that the Bengal mein in Calcutta. So these presidencies were the main administrative. So they these presidency that handle the administrative system of British rule in India. These are the main things. It means that the main offices, that the Bombay, Madras and Bengal, these are the main offices. It means handle the administrative system, the main offices that situated in India, and they handle or look over there whole India. So unlike earlier invaders who gradually assimilated into Indian population, the British were always viewed as a foreigners. That is the Britishers. It is also that being a part as a foreigners, India had to be liberated from their rule and attain the sovereignty. When that Britishers came in India, and after that Indians realized how we were the slave of the Britishers. They knowing about the different type of the words. The word is liberated from their rule and attain sovereignty. Sovereignty, it means that we are the free from the other rule. They understood about the sovereignty and the liberty. They understood the word of the sovereignty and the liberty, which was it's a right, and they understood about these are the rights. Sovereignty and the liberty, these are our rights. Foreign rule awoke the spirit of nationalism. When that Britishers came in India, situated their rule, they understand the word, they awoke the word of the nationalism. What is meant by the nationalism? I already told you. We aware of the different type of the words like imperialism, like colonialism, British Raj. The new word is the nationalism. Nationalism, it's related with, it means that the excessive love or excessive pride of our country. So the new word introduced because of the Britishers, because Britishers were staying in India and rule over there. Britishers were staying in India and rule over there. So the new word introduced of the nationalism. So this national awakening was deeply inspired by the ideals of the democracy. So the nationalism word that always introduced the new word of the democracy. Everyone knowing the word about the democracy. This is the when that the Britishers came in India. So such a type of the new words introduced in India, giving the priority of the nationalism and the democracy, equality, liberty and sovereignty. So colonization brought unity among the people. Because of the colonization I already told you that established the colony, that British came in India and established the colony, it means the colonization. So because of the colonization, because of established rule over the India, they understood about the word of the nationalism. They aware about the word of the nationalism. Colonization brought unity. Because of the colonization, brought about the unity among the people who yearned to throw off the shackles of the domination and oppression. So they decided to dominate the British rule. We threw the British rule. It is an important thing because the new word introduced that the democracy, liberty and equality. The belief in India as a nation state representing the shared tradition and historical past of its people. So I already told you that because of the nationalism, that the people aware of about our tradition, giving the priority of the tradition, giving the priority of the historical things because of the word of the nationalism, the past of its people. We connected our past history, how that our past incident that related with our Indian history. So its people inspired the freedom fighters of the country. The most of the people that understood about what they were telling. So a lot of people inspired the freedom fighters of the country. So as the British transformed themselves into a ruling power. So now that British change the system. It means that the trading system changed into the political power. So their presence became more visible. After that they captured the whole India and their presence became more visible, that everyone understood that whole India that under control of the British power. They built imposing structure which had a distinct British character, so that everyone understood about the British rule. How they understood about the British rule? They established the presidencies, they established the British Raj, they established the colony, so that each and in front of the Indians, now they are the situation of the visible. अभी वो सबको दिखाई देने लगे. How? Another thing, they built imposing structure. They imposing the different type of the structure because they were staying in outside country. It means that the foreign country. So they built imposing structure which had a distinct British character. So they were the different from the Indians. They showing that how they were different from the Indians. So they established the different type of the structure. उन्होंने ये दिखाने की कोशिश की कि we were the totally different from the Indians. So through their different type of the structure. What type of the structure? The bungalow. The example of the bungalow, or they constructed the bungalow specially for the Britishers. The hill station was a refugee during they coming from the foreign country, that the weather is a totally different and Indian weather is a totally different. Indian climate is really very hot, and when that Britishers came from outside, it means that they came from the Britain or the London, that the climate is totally cool. So the hill station was a refugee during the hot summer. So they decided to that constructed the building on the hill station. Central and provincial government official flocked to this retreat with their families because of during the hot summer they were trying to retreat themselves. It is very important कि खुद को that is the entertainment करने के लिए, खुद को retreat mean it's refresh करने के लिए they made up a lot different type of the construction that made by the Britishers. Uti, Shimla, Darjeeling and Nainital were popular havens dotted with the country cottage and villa. So they such a type of the construction that made by the Britishers. So another feature was the civil lines or exclusive. In our Nagpur there is everyone knowing very well about the civil lines. Why we giving the importance of the civil line? Because civil line is really very that the different type of the thing in our Nagpur city. It's a really that all things provided our not only the government but also our municipal corporation that giving the priority of the civil lines. So another feature was the civil lines or exclusive. Civil line it means the exclusive residential areas. तो हमारे यहाँ पे भी नागपुर में there is situated the civil lines area. It means the very exclusive residential. बहुत exclusive है and residential है areas constructed for the senior officer. But this civil line is a totally different. It was only constructed for a senior officer. सिर्फ senior officers के लिए that providing each and everything that is in a good manner. So that provided a good residence, each and everything that in that residential area. So such areas were also known as the White Town. This civil line area that providing each and everything, also that saying that the White Town, a term used to separate the rulers from the ruled. Civil lines are found in Delhi. So that is the special. I already told you this is the special area. Only that the build up by the senior officers for the Britishers. So Delhi in Faisalabad now in Pakistan. So in Moradabad that constructed such a type of the bungalow or the such a type of the residential towns, residential town only built up for the senior British officer. So another thing also that new in this that residential town or the civil area or the civil line that the club was a social center. What is meant by the club? See, the clubs it is a social center that each and everything providing that the entertainment that the Britishers came in that club and entertainment themselves. हर चीज का entertainment होता था in that club. So that the specially for the British officer, that the specially that the huge bungalow made up for the senior Britishers, and also that for their entertainment, the precaution for their entertainment, it is really very good for that. The club was a social center, that the especially that build up the club for the British senior officer. So social center where that each and everything that available in that club. It means that the game, it's a part of the game and amusement, all type of the entertainment. It's just like a swimming or movie or the picture, such a type of the entertainments in that club. Also that playing the different type of the games like a golf, everyone knowing about that, the game of the golf. So and other recreation being the different type of the entertainment also available in that the club. So were conducted for the British officer. I already told you this club only for the Britishers, no role of our Indian people, कोई रोल नहीं है हमारे इंडियन people का. They were came in India and situated their rule only for themselves, only for the Britishers, nothing else. So were conducted for the British officer and their wives. So not only the British officer but also their wives. Most of these clubs were exclusive. Most of the club were exclusive and Indians were not admitted. So in this club there were not getting the admission specially of our Indian people. This club only for the Britishers. The Gymkhana was devoted to outdoor sports. So the Gymkhana, it was especially just like a horse riding. I already told you the goal. It was a big game. Okay, they are the such a type of the games are really very big. It wants a huge ground like a horse riding or the goal. So that the Gymkhana, that established the Gymkhana by the Gymkhana developed to outdoor sports. So in public sphere, British architecture serve as a reminder of the British government authority in India. The first traces of British presence dates back to their trading days, where house and godowns were built at the trading post. Also they came in India only for the trading purpose. So they again only for the trading, especially for the trading purpose, they established the warehouse. Warehouse means that there are so many trading things we collect in that the warehouse, and godowns were built at the trading post. When the British became political ruler, they established military station. They came in India and rule political power. So they established also military power. It is a very important, because not one or two people came in India, but that also they established the military power or the military station all over the country. So they established the cantonments. So what is meant by the cantonments? The cantonment was built about 5 or 6 miles away from the city. Cantonment, it means that the military area. So it is a little bit far away from the city. It means the 5 to 6 miles away. That area, it's the cantonment area. It's related only for the it's only related for that the military area. So it was very peaceful area that the British always maintained a healthy number of troops. There were a lot of troops in that cantonment, because there are when they came in India, that the set up the army, it means that the military. So in the country, administrative and other buildings were erected in Delhi and presidencies of Madras, Bombay, Calcutta and many other cities. They situated the rule over there, the country. So administration is must. So through this Delhi, Bengal and the Madras, it is a very Bombay, Calcutta, these are the important city for the administrative system. Some notable examples are the Parliament House in New Delhi. They also, everyone knowing very well about the Parliament House of New Delhi, that constructed by the Britishers. The writers of building and Victoria Memorial in Calcutta and the Secretariat and and Victoria terminus. Everyone knowing very well the जिसको हम that is the now Victoria terminus, now that changed the name, that is called the Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus. So all these things constructed by the Britishers in Bombay. So the British established many universities. So these were the changes when Britishers came in India. Not only the trading, but a lot of things that change and development. They situated the presidencies, they situated the club, gymkhana, and also that the different type of activities, then development happened in India. So the British established many universities, only not giving the priority such a type of this thing, but also giving the priority to the education. So the British established many universities, the schools in India, because giving the priority of the education. This exposed India to English education, but in that education giving the priority only for the taking the education in English language. So these exposed India to English education thought as well as the English language. So I already told you that giving the priority only of the English language, because all the administrative system that doing the work in the English language, they especially all the Britishers that they communicate in a English language. This lead to the massive shift away from the traditional Indian educational system, because Britishers giving the priority to English system. So our Indians aware about that the giving the priority our language because of this English language. So this lead to massive changes. A lot of changes happened because of this English language. Now our Indians realize about their language and not only the language, but that the education system that giving the priority in education. We get it the education from our language, not the English language. So this broad overview shows that British rule was one of the most significant periods in Indian history. The influence of British rule is visible even today. Everyone knowing very well, this is not the after that we got the freedom, Britishers were going their places, but through this the different type of construction in the administrative system or anything else, so always we influence of British rule visible in India even today. So everyone understood about this topic, when, where and how. Our lesson is not completed, so in next period we will continue what is meant by the periodization. Thank you everyone.